the livest cloud radio show on the planet. E-Block Radio.
Check one, check two, check one, check two. All right, looks like we in the building, man. What up, though?
What up, though?
IG Live, man, that's the deal. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live.
What's crackin'?
Motherfucking,
good morning, Auntie.
All that good shit. What up, Auntie? Just checked in, said good morning.
Good morning, Auntie.
Hopefully you can hear us. About to turn us up just a little bit. Just in case y'all can't hear us. Microphone's good.
Microphone checker, microphone checker.
Make sure we're recording on the other end. Let's see, LaRon just checked in. What up, though? All right, shit, y'all ready?
Let's go.
It's motherfucking hump day.
Hump day.
All right, let's do it, man. Yo, you already know what it is, man. The livest cloud radio show on the planet.
That would be Earth, sir.
Straight from the E-Block Radio live on your dial right this moment, man. It's your boy, the Hood, Howard Stern. Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205. Got my man Angry Man in the building.
Yeah, I'm here.
Got my man Monk Money holding it down.
For sure.
Dog, and it is Social Media Wednesday, so if you got social media, make sure you hit up my mans on Instagram and Twitter, man. Hit up Real Monk Money and myself at Hood Howard Stern, and of course, Angry Man 48205 on the gram, man. Make sure you check that out. Rita just checked in. What's up, mama?
What's up, Rita?
Yo, we in the building, man. It's a crazy little Wednesday and shit. I'm trying to keep it light and shit. There's not a lot of light shit going on right now though. So we go talk about some real shit today. But before we do that though, what's been popping with you though since Monday and shit? You feel me?
Nothing too much, man. Like I say, man, you know how I do. I keep below the flow like an ant, staying out the way. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Working. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Sound like a plan and shit.
Like, I did see. I've been watching. What's it called? Mindhunter.
Mindhunter. What the fuck is
I think
that?
it is. It's like the whole how like fucking the Criminal Minds shit got started.
Oh, word?
Like back in the 70s and the 80s. Yeah, that shit kind of dope, man.
What that shit on?
Netflix.
On Netflix? All right. Damn, hold on. You had time to watch Netflix?
And
What the fuck is going on in your life?
I fuck around and went to the movies.
What?
See that Will Smith shit, bro? That
Will Smith shit?
That Will Smith cartoon shit, Spy in the Sky.
I heard about that shit, but I don't. It's good?
Man, that shit was funny as fuck,
For
bro.
real?
Like, literally, bro. Like, me and the old lady and that motherfucker crying, bro.
Yeah. Damn. I'm not even hip. I didn't even see no. I didn't even see no. What you call that shit?
No
Commercials for that shit.
Oh,
yeah. I didn't even see that shit though.
You see some motherfucking trailers on Facebook.
On Facebook? Oh, yeah. I guess I missed that shit.
He getting overcrowded by Bad Boys. Yeah, remember Bad Boys come out next week.
Hell yeah. Damn, next week. That is next week and shit, ain't it? Yeah, I can't wait to see that shit. Y'all want to see that shit though?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That shit better be fly, nigga.
Better be fly.
Hey, so speaking
I'm sure it's
of
a
Bad
love scene
Boys.
in it, man.
Huh?
I'm sure it's a love scene in it for you.
Dog. Really?
Hit the D.
Really though?
Hit the D.
Hey, speaking of love stories and shit, dog, I was watching Deliverance from Eva last night and shit, dog. Y'all remember that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Dog, she a bitch, bro. You ever met a bitch like that before?
Man,
I ain't never met a bitch like that.
And actually in that position.
For real?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't never met a bitch like that. She was a super bitch, bro. I ain't never met a bitch like that. Ever, nigga. I'm glad I ain't never had no motherfucking experience like that. I ain't never seen a woman act like that, bro.
That shit crazy.
She was damn near impenetrable.
Yeah,
Ain't that the word? Impenetrable.
Yeah, I guess so.
That shit was crazy.
That shit was crazy, though.
I forgot all about that movie. It just happened to come on yesterday and shit. I watched that shit like, God damn. I think I done elbowed that bitch, man. It been over at that first time.
Man.
After she called me a meat boy, I'm out of here.
Man, fuck you and her, bro.
No, right, exactly. Take this little money. No, I'd have kept the money and shit. For my motherfucking pain and suffering and shit.
Yeah.
My man Coke just checked in. He said he have, man. Damn, I guess I've been lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never ran across no shit like that, man. I mean, I didn't ran across some evil bitches, bro, but that shit right there, yo, that shit was out of control, dog. What else have I been watching though? I ain't been watching shit on Netflix. I wanted to watch this shit called Black. What was it called? The Black Godfather. I guess it's about this dude who's like some kind of talent agent or some shit. But he was responsible for like all of the talent that Quincy Jones brought in and shit. I didn't get the chance to see this shit because for some reason my Netflix is fucking up. I think the bill paid. Like I'm not even sure. Christine just checked in. What up, though?
What up, though?
Shit, I think that's That's the only thing I was gonna attempt to watch. And I had seen Dolomite, but I was gonna watch it again, and that shit not work for some reason. Angry Man, like, yeah, something to say?
No.
I was just hoping because I wanted to. I was hoping because I wanted to smoke and shit. And I can't talk and smoke at the same time.
Like, nope.
Yeah, when somebody say something, I gotta smoke and shit.
This nigga here, motherfucker can't smoke and motherfucker talk at the same time. I don't know what the problem is, bro. It's easy work, baby. You know what
Got
I'm saying?
baby lungs, motherfucker. Shit,
Rookie. Step your game up, cuz.
Yeah, that's okay, nigga.
It is.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's okay.
Fuck you, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to see what else is going on and shit.
See.
Oh, I did see in the news and shit that Martin finally came forward and admitted that they killed the Martin show because of the sexual harassment allegations from Tisha Campbell. We already knew that, but he actually came out and said it though. So
yeah, we knew that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean,
he was getting to be too much, so he was just like, "Fuck it, let me go ahead and get rid of the show." Cancel this motherfucker before.
I wonder why she was going so hard though. Like was he really fucking with her like that, bro?
I can't imagine because I believe if he was, then this would have been ample opportunity for her to go ahead and sue him like everybody else getting sued and shit. You know what I'm saying? I just figured during this Me Too movement and shit, I figured if that shit really had happened, she'd have brought that shit back up and they hitting my man up right now.
Well, they still cool now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that goes back to what I was getting ready to say. Maybe she knew that nigga really was fucked up on them drugs and didn't want to just bring the whole nigga down completely. You know, maybe she was just like, all right, fuck it, you lose your show, maybe you'll get better and learn. You know, especially if they cool to this day now.
Right.
You know, because, you know, he got himself together.
At least they appear to be cool.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I saw a couple shit on social media where him and China was coming out of a restaurant together, and they was just all just kicking it. They got interviewed. Looked like they all just, you know, they put that shit behind them. Like I said, because Martin was fucked up out here for a minute.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
You know what I mean? Maybe she knew that's what it was.
You ain't talking about pass the blood. There you go, man. Hit that shit. Hell yeah, Reed, it's bake time. I had already shouted out Christina, didn't I?
Yep.
Alright, my bad. I'll be getting high that quick and shit. I'll be forgetting. Trying to see what else is going on before we get to this for real serious ass topic and shit. It was something I wanted to talk about. God damn it, it was in my... Damn, it was something I wanted to talk about too. I can't remember what it was because it was in one of my group texts and shit.
Well, fuck it. Let's get to the real shit.
We got 4 black quarterbacks in the playoffs.
Oh, for sure. That's one thing.
That's one thing. That's a beautiful thing right there.
Definitely a beautiful thing. It was something I just wanted to say. That's what it was. Dog. So did y'all see the motherfucking the hiring shit, the little hiring fair they were supposed to have for Chrysler and shit? It was a fake job posting and shit. Dog, like thousands of motherfuckers came out and shit somewhere in Westland, and it was a hoax and shit. That's fucked up. Niggas out here ain't got no jobs as it is and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Make that motherfucker go all the way to Wixom.
Dog, right.
Racist gas. Like, you a dirty motherfucker.
That's some whole ass shit. But what was funny about it, though, I ain't trying to be funny and shit, but I know niggas need jobs. But, like, the posting look elementary as hell. This shit didn't even look real, though. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, niggas be hard-pressed for a job, so you just, you know, you go pull up. But I looked at the picture of that shit. I was like, yeah, that don't look like a job listing, nigga.
No.
Yeah, you can't trust everything you see on Facebook. Obviously, that's where people was getting it from. So, man, that's fucked up though. You know it's already bad out here for a nigga. You trying to get a job, and then you got niggas out here playing games like that. Damn, I think it was something else. But you said fucking. Let's get to this shit.
Let's get to this shit. Fuck it, let's go.
I know I'm putting that shit off because
Balenciaga, what's up, baby?
What up, though, man? Everybody checking in. We about to get to this for real serious topic after we come back from commercial break. So we gonna talk about the recent reactions to the recent Iran attacks and the possibility of war, dog. We're gonna talk about all that in just a moment as soon as we get back from the commercial break. Don't forget it is Wednesday, so make sure you pull up to Easy Street Saloon tonight for karaoke Wednesdays, starting at 8 o'clock or 9, 8 o'clock I think. 8 o'clock you should pull up, get your sing on, get your drink on and shit, drink specials and food specials all night. 16101 East 10 Mile Road, man. Make sure you pull up, get your karaoke on and shit, man. Get some of them, some dope ass sandwiches and some ribs and some all kind of shit. Just some good shit.
Good shit.
Yeah, just some good shit.
Yeah, I finally stepped off the market. Them bitch ass lamb chops. Fuck you, man.
What?
These lamb chops good as hell, like that.
Nigga.
Yeah, lamb chops are only available on Saturdays though, so make sure you put them on Saturdays too. At this point,
are the truth.
yeah, at this point they are.
Thanks, man.
I had to put the chicken sandwich down now. I found something else.
Can't ever do that though.
Something else.
That's the go-to, man. That's like the staple and shit. For real, that's like the motherfucking staple and shit. I think that was it. Oh yeah, also tonight, man, don't be sure to tune in to eblockradio.com to catch the season finale of the Beers, Bourbon, and Whiskey podcast, man. Shout out to our special guest, Angry Principal, who fell through to film this one, so that was kind of dope. Make sure you check it out tonight, eblockradio.com. It's going to be about 7 o'clock, so it's going to be streaming live. All right, let's go to these commercial breaks, and then we go get back, man. We want to know what y'all think about the recent Iran attacks and the possibility of war. We'll be back in just about 2 minutes, man. But till then, you already know what it is, the Livest Cloud radio show on the planet.
That would be Earth, sir.
Straight from the E-Block Radio, live on your dial, man. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. Since America has been America, we've been fighting for equality and freedom. This freedom was supposedly given to us in 1865 when Abraham Lincoln decided to sign the Emancipation Proclamation 3 years earlier, only to find out that the prison would become the new plantation, locking away thousands upon thousands of black bodies each year, destroying the black community. So I've got a story to tell. Those brilliant bastards. This is a fictitious account of a non-fictitious reality of being black in America. Get your own autographed copy today for only $20. You can send payment via CashApp, PayPal, or Venmo. Whichever payment option you choose, please do include your mailing address, and we will ship anywhere in the U.S. for no additional cost. Get your copy today. Check 1, check 2. We back in the building, man. Talking about risotto and motherfucking lamb chops and shit. my man Bo said he with you, Angry Man.
That's what's up.
Motherfucking lamb chops is good as hell, dog. Thank y'all for hanging out through the commercial breaks, man. You already know what it is. The Livest Cloud radio show on the planet.
Earth, cuz.
Straight from the E-Block Radio, live on your dial. I got Angry Man and Monk Money holding it down.
For sure.
Yeah.
And of course, it's your boy, the Hood, Howard Stern. Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, dog.
Red Zone, cuz.
Let's get to this shit, dog. Red Zone for real these days and shit.
For sure.
Yo, hit me in the comment box if you got a comment, dog. You see what the topic is today. We're talking about reactions to the recent Iran attacks and the possibility of war, dog. Angry Man, what you think about this whole shit, bro? Like, this shit can certainly go all the way left.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, it's got the possibility.
Yeah,
I hope not.
Especially when I'm about to get impeached, start a war, so you can't impeach me.
Right, exactly.
I believe that's all that is.
Yeah, but shit, that's a fucked
nigga,
up plot.
Yeah, whole ass nigga for that though. But I think that's all it is too though. Low key for real. Like
they gonna go to war and they ain't gonna do shit. They ain't even gonna fire no weapons probably. But as long as they at war, they ain't gonna do no real damage.
Yeah,
as long as they at war, then he can ride it out. But
it's just fucked up though. So then
that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. Now, in order for any of this to happen, obviously, I guess politically, I guess it's got to go through some kind of. It's got to be passed. Like the Congress got to, agree to go to war and shit. Now, if he do some shit without them, then of course they add that to the impeachment shit because that's a war crime and shit. Mm-hmm. But it's fucked up though. I want to say that I hope it don't go all the way left, but with this motherfucker, I'm just not certain, bro.
Like how this motherfucker,
I'm just not certain.
How this motherfucker gonna go start a war, and if he did not do what they told him to do and just do it on his own, do that shit and won't do 10 minutes in jail. When I know a nigga in jail right now for a nickel bag of weed. Like come on, bro. This nigga just put all these lives in danger. Somebody just wanted to get high on his end and he locked up forever.
Right.
The fuck, man?
It's yeah. Now I really don't know what I'm saying. And they steadily deploying motherfuckers, man. Again,
yes, bro.
Salute to the families and shit.
Salute to the soldiers.
The soldiers and the families of those soldiers, man.
Sure.
That's sitting over here waiting to see what's going on. The people that's stationed in other places who are about to be deployed to Iraq because of this shit, dog. And shout out to some of the soldiers who lost their lives. Yesterday or the day before yesterday?
What?
In Kenya, because like it was an attack over there on some U.S. soldiers and shit. So
wow.
Yeah,
fucked up.
Shit getting real out here.
But it's crazy. They just attacked some American bases in Iran, didn't they?
In Iraq last night, last night. Now,
but luckily nobody didn't die off that one.
Well, they said some Iraqi soldiers might have died, but no U.S. soldiers. But this the thing though. Now they talking mad shit though. So they said that if motherfuckers do retaliate from the missile attacks last night, then they go bust our ass on American soil. Now this part I think is I want to say is an empty threat. I don't want to be boastful and shit, but
I'm not gonna say that.
I mean, America's not really geographically set up for like
that's
an
why
attack.
there's never been one here. That's why we never had a war here.
Yeah, because it's not set up correctly. You know what I'm saying?
Bitch in Utah or something.
Right, exactly. So I don't necessarily think we gotta worry about that. Now for some type of terrorist attack or some kind of sleeper cell type of thing,
that
could happen. Yeah, that could happen.
That definitely can happen.
But as far as an actual attack, like from there, like, and that's what I was talking about yesterday. I was having a conversation off the air, and like that's why they over there like pump faking, like fucking with China and all that shit, because they know that China they can probably fuck with us if they wanted to. So they felt like if they combine with them, then it'll make it look like they got a real threat and shit. Which, I mean, really, if they did combine forces, they would have a threat.
Super force.
Yeah, they would have a threat and shit.
Crazy. It's
Yeah.
a million of them motherfuckers on they for real. They got a million of them motherfuckers behind them. Bro.
And they kind of close enough.
Yes.
Basically, kind of close enough to make some shit really pop off. So I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. Let me see. Bo said to be a credible threat. Man, what the fuck do HIC mean? Let me see, dude. I'm trying to figure it out in my head. Okay, to be a credible threat in a HIC fight, you have to have a viable navy, which they do not. Neither does China, to be honest. Well, see, China pump faked us and made us think like they navy is the shit, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe that's not really true. High intensity conflict, nigga. I would have never in my life knew what that shit was.
Hell no. You should have just broke that first, nigga.
I would have never guessed that shit. Like what? HIC?
Huh?
Like only thing I know is HNIC. Head nigga in charge.
The head of Rocky in charge.
Right. Dog. He said head of Rocky in charge. Dog, y'all stupid as hell.
I'm just saying though.
Hey, but look though, so like if you I mean what you really, the only reason I say this shit can go all bad, because let's say that they do go into some kind of like for real conflict. If y'all remember back in the day, I don't know if you watched any like old ass war shit, because I always watch that shit. But I know we was World War II, we was fucking around with Japan and shit. Over here, we had Japanese internment camps, right, for suspicious Japanese Americans and shit, right? And I feel like that's a possibility of something that could happen again, because like just like we talked about sleeper cells and motherfucking terrorists like already here type of shit. What's gonna happen? They gonna just start illegally locking up motherfuckers from you know what I'm saying, Middle Eastern people and shit, or Islamic people and shit.
Man, they got us by the balls, dog.
Yeah, it's just all bad. It's just
Because think about it, we deploy all our people to go over there. All we're gonna have here is basically the National Guard.
Yeah.
Now, what if all these motherfuckers decide to turn into terrorists that own gas stations and just blow them bitches up at the same time?
Duh. Really?
Fucked.
It really does.
The soldiers the only ones gonna live.
Dog, that's fucked up.
And they gonna be trapped because how the fuck where they gonna come back to? We ain't gonna have no planes to go get them. They all gonna be blew up.
Yeah. Sarita just checked in. What up, though?
What up, though?
Bo said, "No, they need aircraft carriers, and they only have 2." This is what I'm hoping. I'm just hoping that it's not really a realistic threat. But at the same time, though, even though I certainly don't agree with what's going on and shit. Obviously, I know that the general over there was like, he was a bad motherfucker. Like he was doing bad shit. the timing though, I think is all fucked up. I think the timing is all fucked up.
For them, it's perfect for Trump though.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? That time it's just so perfect for him. Like, wow, how does this happen?
Yeah,
I'm getting impeached. Oh, let's start a war.
let's start a war. Yeah, I mean, I figure that's what it is. But shit, what if these motherfuckers ain't on the same page? Like, everybody don't always play fair. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't always play by the rules. Ron said it's not gonna be bad, bro. He trying to get reelected. He paid to have this war, just like paying for a reelection gets paid for. I feel that, but what if that is the case? But what if they like, fuck this, we're gonna take this opportunity to really fuck these niggas? Like, who's to say that? Because people are people, dog. They, at the end of the day, war crimes or not, they make decisions on their own. Like, niggas done did war crimes all the time.
And this motherfucker show you who he is for real off rip. So you know how he coming into that bitch.
Yeah.
Gun ho.
Right.
He ain't made a dumbass speech yet.
No, so he's supposed to do that shit today. I was actually anticipating it last night, but supposed to be today. I've never in my life watched Donald Trump speak on TV, but I am gonna see today just because I want to see what the fuck is he gonna say.
Just like I said earlier, dog. They gonna do
and why was he
shit,
tweeting shit?
But they ain't gonna do some shit. You know what I mean? Because how do you attack an American base and don't do no damage?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably the pump fake just to let you know, like, we can. You know, that kind of thing. It's just posturing and shit, you know what I'm saying? Bo said the terrorist sleeper cell threat, like you said, is the more viable threat. And I think that's the case. And now where that goes into play, though, is where even if it's not really a threat, the media is definitely going to make you think it is.
For sure.
So now you're going to be living your motherfucking life in fear.
Yeah.
Every time you see some kind of Middle Eastern or Arabic or Islamic or however motherfucker you want to look at it, you know what I'm saying, when it's going to make you live in fear.
You niggas about to fly to Vegas too, ain't you? I
know, and I was thinking about that shit too. We might be in high alert in this motherfucker. But the only good thing about... I ain't going to say the only good thing, but... just in case it was some kind of crazy ass shit that happened, the Super Bowl is that same weekend and it's in Miami. So I think that's probably
that's fucked up. They gonna hit the Super Bowl.
I think they will hit the Super Bowl before they hit the Luxor and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up though, right?
Fucked up,
I shouldn't be thinking about shit like that. Hopefully nothing happens. I am curious though, because that is coming up at the end of the month. With all this shit going on, I am curious about how that's gonna change security though.
Yeah.
We probably will be on a higher color alert.
Heightened.
So like niggas getting dropped off and getting picked up from the airport is probably gonna be like, you gonna have to walk to that bitch. Like for real. Like I don't even know. It can't blow over. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just gonna blow over.
It's not just gonna know.
But I'm just wondering like to what extent it's gonna happen. Like because at this point I don't agree with none of this shit. But like we in the motherfucker now.
I got a question though. Like, how did they bomb this motherfucker and nobody get hurt?
Shit, missed targets.
Come on, ain't that many fucking missed targets.
Well, I mean, purposely missed though. I'm saying like
that's
just just a pump fake
without doing some shit.
Yeah, to let you know, like we can do it. But this is the thing. Like now we in the motherfucking shit. And again, I said this 3 times already. I don't agree with what's going on. But now that we in this bitch, dog, what do you do? Because these motherfuckers just gonna come on there and say, basically, nigga, we shot 13 motherfucking missiles at you, bitch, don't do nothing. I mean, what we supposed to do? Like, at this point, like, I ain't the most patriotic motherfucker, but at the end of the day, I know that a nigga can't be on CNN talking that kind of shit. Like, nigga,
So they gotta fire back now.
Dog, like, look, America ain't never fuck with us for real. Like, we ain't never got what we supposed to out of American shit, but I do like this motherfucker. He not just gonna talk shit about the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's our bitch. You can't talk about our bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Just like the block. This is our block.
Yeah, this is our shit. And that's the fucked up thing, though, because now you look at it from their end, though. It's like, motherfucker, y'all killed our big homie. So, like, you look at it from their aspect, and it's like, I understand where they coming from, but at the same time, hey, this our bitch, man. You can't just be talking shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We can talk shit about our bitch because she ours. You know what I'm saying?
It's like fighting for a sister you don't really like.
You don't even
fight
like
all
her.
the time. You bet you hate that bitch, but you gotta fight for.
But you gotta fight for her, right?
Sister,
Dog, and that's the fucked up. And that's how I feel about it. And it's crazy because I think we blinded like that though. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, and it's probably some black nationalist rhetoric and shit, but
so if we don't fire back, they're gonna make us look weak.
I think so.
I think they can't make us look weak though.
I think so. But also too though, it make us kind of look stupid too, cause like why exactly are we defending this motherfucker though? Cause we live here. I mean that's the only reason I say we live here. And I do actually like the motherfucker a little bit. There's a lot of shit wrong with it, but like I wouldn't trade it in for nothing. So I just don't want nobody talking shit about it.
Well.
Right, it's too late now. Shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of motherfuckers talking shit about it.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think that whole thing though is I think that it'll make you look weak, and because we trying to put up this facade of being like a world superpower, because obviously it is a facade, but it's something that we had to hold on to for so long. In order to stay in that position, though, yeah, you can't be getting hold, nigga. Can't let a nigga tell you that nigga don't hit me back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, basically, right? Yeah. Like nigga, I hit you, hey, nigga, don't hit me back. Yeah, you can't. That shit can't really fly, man.
But is that punch really worth all the lives that's gonna be lost?
Nah, probably. And that's kind of like what we was talking about before and shit. Like trade missiles for rocks and motherfucking bottles and shit. Like it's two different scales of attack and shit. And without nobody dying, I mean obviously maybe it's not a good deal to strike back and shit. But again, with this motherfucker that we got in office, I'm not real sure exactly what's gonna happen. It's like being in. It's like I give you a prime example. It's like how y'all was that like. I was at the what's that shit? The shit y'all used to have. Yeah, Joe Louis Post and shit. This is what this is like. This is like being there that night when I was motherfucking showing my ass and shit, talking shit, pouring liquor on motherfuckers, throwing bottles and shit, right? It's like unfortunately niggas was with me and shit, so it's like, god damn, now we in this bitch, dog. And that's how we is right now. This how we is with y'all president and shit. It's like he threw the first punch. We like, fuck, why you do that shit? But now we here, nigga, so we gotta scrap. Yeah. That's fucked up.
He put us in that position.
Put you in that position, yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying, man. That's fucked up, bro. Like, and we going to send soldiers over there, man. Like, come on, bro. For nothing, bro. Motherfucker, every 20 years we gotta have a war. It's just written for that, bro. That shit just written somewhere.
Right. Bo said, yeah, you're right about people being people, though. I thought violating another country's sovereignty and assassinating another country's government official in spectacular fashion, for real, with a missile strike at an international airport was illegal, too. Yet, here we are. That's what I'm saying. So, like, the rules of engagement and shit are there, but, like, people be people, man. They do what the fuck they want to do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Either it's right or it's wrong.
And unfortunately, they do that shit and we get affected by it. Yep. Even though we ain't have a choice in the motherfucker though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Venus just checked in. What up, though?
What up, Venus?
Venus said, I said this man was dangerous from the beginning. Stupidity is always dangerous. For sure. Hell yeah, that shit's always dangerous, bro. Hit me in the comment box if you got a comment, dog. We want to know what your reactions are, both on the recent Iran attack and the possibility of war and shit. So, like I said last night, I think that was just a pump fake to kind of let a nigga know like, hey,
nobody got hit.
Nobody got hit and shit. But at the end of the day, though, they came back and said, nigga, don't hit me back. See, now I'm just like,
that's rough, though. That's rough,
bro.
Man. That's rough. And like I said, dog, we got put in this situation, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy that this motherfucker, all of a sudden, once you get peach, oh, okay, we're gonna bomb some generals. We ain't hear shit about these generals until fucking right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, why we didn't know beforehand, you know what I'm saying? So we can at least know what we getting into. But no, you about to get a peach, war pop off.
Right.
That quick.
Yeah.
That quick. Come on, man. Sure.
I mean, it's fucked up especially for the soldiers and shit who getting deployed now, who probably at some point thought they was just doing they regular duties and shit, and then all of a sudden this shit just came out of nowhere. Well, I say out of nowhere for us. Ain't no telling how long it's been brewing for them and shit. Joe the Vet just checked in. What up, though?
What up, though, my guy?
He said good morning. Yo, we talking about some shit that I know you probably got some insight on and shit. So definitely can't wait to hear what you got to say about that. Bo said, Venus, I feel that, but I'm sure God heard literally a billion prayers, and yet here we are. Oh shit. He not about to get on that shit. Put it in God's hand, my nigga. Vita says, stay prayed up because wildfires, earthquakes, and imminent war. Y'all better wake up and really start thinking about you and your loved one's salvation and shit. Yeah, what y'all think about that shit though? Cause like it's a bunch of wars and wildfires and fucking shit. Fulfilled prophecies, as my religious people would say. What y'all think about that shit? You think there's any religious implications to that? I know, Angry Man, you grew up in the church, so you might have a little more insight.
Well, no, it is seem like a lot of shit is coming to pass. You know what I mean? Like, they bringing back slavery now because it's hot. Why I say that? Because you're kidnapping these motherfuckers. You ain't kidnapping them for them not to be a slave of some sort.
Some sort, right?
You know what I'm saying? Now we at war. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just fires breaking out everywhere. You know what I mean?
True.
Look at the weather here.
Australia been burning for about 3 months.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, then you get massive weather changes everywhere. I mean, normally we sitting in 19 inches of snow. Yeah. Now we waiting on the weekend so we can get to 50 degrees.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's snowing out there in California like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, you really don't want to go there, but
can't help but
all the religious people gonna say is it's right here. We've been trying to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, but everything comes to pass though. Shit, everything come to pass. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers, like I say, bro, you speak it, it's gonna come to pass sooner or later. Yeah. You feel me? Like if we shed light on it, it's definitely gonna come to pass. Right. We shed light on the Bible. We shed light on church. We shed light on Christians. We shed light on Mormons. We like shed light on all that shit. Yeah. So yes, definitely everything the motherfuckers say is probably is gonna come to pass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? We put it in the air. Yeah. It's gonna happen, bro.
Vinny say y'all better start recognizing. It's just a lot of shit going on right now. And let me ask you this too, though. Like, I think we talked about this the other day though. With the memes and the jokes and shit. Like, are we not taking this serious enough?
No.
Nope.
No, you think so?
Nope.
Yeah. If you were, it wouldn't be the memes. The memes are for a joke.
Like at some point we gotta stop playing.
Yeah.
At some point you gotta stop playing, bro.
Yeah. I seen it was somebody posted this shit on Facebook, but it was this soldier Snapchat. Those a bunch of women. They was getting deployed. They was going off the war and shit, and she was twerking and shit, right? So like the people was super mad, like bitch, you might be going off to die. Like how you just twerking and shit. And then I started thinking to myself though, like I think that even the soldiers to a certain degree may not be taking this as seriously as it could be.
Man,
or maybe they know something we don't know.
Maybe they need to go on that bitch with an open mind and be motherfucking just not gun ho and be, you know what I'm saying, natural. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what shit she was on. She naturally twerked. Yeah. So
be yourself.
Be yourself.
To thyself be true.
To her own self be true. You know what I'm saying?
It could have been how she was getting ready.
Yeah. She getting out the world. You can't understand it. You can't put yourself in her shoes, bro. Yeah. She about to get the fuck on.
Right.
It's probably the last time y'all see. I'm gonna leave y'all with this twerk. Ha 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 ha.
Damn. That's crazy though. What you just said, it might be the last time. Yeah. Dog, what?
Because you got to think, if you like, I watch a lot of old documentaries and shit on war. If you think about a lot of these other countries we've been to war with, they soldiers go to war with the intent not to come back.
Yeah.
Ours, what's the first thing they say when you get deployed? I'll see you later. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'll see you when we go to war with the intent to come home. You know what I mean? I think that's why a lot of times on the ground we take a pounding first. Yeah. You know what I mean? In the air, we pretty slick. Our Navy is the shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? But on the ground, I think that's why we take a pounding first, then we come out of it. Because it's like you said, motherfuckers got to get woke up first. Like, oh, this shit is real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And versus them, they go to war with the intent, I'm not coming back. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because what is the one, you know, if they die, they go to paradise? You know, they really believe that. You know what I mean? They turn to their wives and kids and say, okay, I'm gone. Yeah. That's a totally different mindset. How do you fight somebody like that?
No, it's rough. It's got to be tough though. I mean, it was just kind of the same thing in Vietnam and shit, and that's
same thing.
That's why we pretty much took a L in that.
That's what I say on the ground. That's probably why we did take a pound. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And America never admit to that, but we certainly took a L there. They might have got their point across, but I mean, we lost so many people to a war that they still haven't been able to explain, and this would be one of those that I think still wouldn't be able to be explained. Like you can blame it on, you can blame it on the attacks and all of that shit, the initial attack on the embassy and that kind of thing. But I think the reality of it is that it feels like it's just a political play and shit, which I think most things probably are, just because that's how the world works.
But this one is just blatant. This one just right in front of your face.
Right in front of your face. And everything he do is fucking right in front of your face, so why not?
Yeah. LeBron said the HAARP changed all our weather. Now that's why the earthquake hit Iran. I did hear that. It was an earthquake that hit Iran at the right time near their base. Pay attention. Do you think they controlling the weather?
I'm thinking they control a lot of shit, bro.
They control everything.
A lot of shit, bro.
Yeah.
They motherfucker control everything, bro.
Yeah.
The air we breathe, they control everything, bro.
Joe DeVette said most of the youth or young people of today don't understand the severity of what is possibly about to happen. I think that's the case too, though, only because it's been a widespread. So some of their older brothers, maybe even some of their parents, possibly could have been in any of the Persian Gulf Wars or the first Iraq War.
You know what I think the difference is? It may be stupid and it may be small and it may be simple, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Versus back when our parents came up, reason why war probably was so right in front of them because they did see tanks go up the street. Yeah. And then there's one word. Like I said, it may be stupid, but the draft.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Our parents actually saw their parents and relatives knock on the door. Come on, you going. Come on, you going. The war was in front of their face. Yeah. They didn't have social media. When they turned on TV and the news, they were talking about the war. Yeah. There's so much shit in front of these kids' face.
True.
That they don't even make it to them.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not being drafted. So we didn't experience riots where we actually saw tanks and shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you didn't really get that military experience.
Yeah. Okay, social media pretty much it's doing their job. It's making them uneducated and blind to what's really going on.
Or desensitized.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, I got you.
And that's what all the fucking memes come from.
Yeah. Let me see. Mr. SRN94 on YouTube said all motherfuckers talking shit until you two show up at the front line. No, look, I ain't the one. I ain't the one. I'm not built for that shit. But at the same time, though, like, obviously, I think niggas is getting put in the position. I think a lot of people not built for that shit, like, as far as war. I mean, everybody, when you sign up for the Army or any of the armed forces, like, you kind of know what you're getting into, but the war shit is a little bit different, though, especially when it's something you don't necessarily believe in and shit. And then I think that, especially just under this leadership, it's just I don't know. It's just under this leadership.
Then again, you think even in Vietnam versus this war here that we in, even all the Middle Eastern wars we've been involved with, the fights, the motherfuckers don't play fair. And what I mean by they don't play fair is they know how we are as Americans.
Right.
They fuck us up in the head. Even if we win the war, when our soldiers come back, they're fucked up in the head.
Duh, for sure.
It's another war we gotta fight then.
Because one reason here, like I said, when they families and kids and men go off the war, they go off with the intent not to come back. Yeah. So you got a 10-year-old kid strapped with TNT standing in front of you, and you standing there with your assault rifle, and this motherfucker about to hit the button, and then you got to blow him away in order for you to live.
Right.
And
your whole crew.
Yeah, and that fucks, that might fuck with somebody's head.
You gotta come
I just killed a 10-year-old kid. But then you have that scary soldier that don't mind shooting that motherfucker in the head.
Right.
Now we done taught this motherfucker how to do all this shit.
He looking forward to it.
You know what I'm saying? Now, when he come back home, he's looking at America like, oh, this ain't shit.
Right.
I can come back here and just set up shop and just be malicious and do. I mean, you get what I'm saying? It's a double-edged sword on our soldiers.
I definitely understand what you're saying. Joe DeVette said, when I was deployed, I partied my ass up and came in still half drunk like most of the people in our unit. We tried to party and keep a positive a mindset as possible because we don't know what's about to happen. Especially being a truck driver, we never knew which mission would be the IED waiting on us, or that dude or child holding that cell phone looking from around the corner. Which is basically what you was just saying, Angry Man and shit. And that's really the case, man. Like DL Hughley was saying that shit on his show yesterday about how people go off to war and shit, and like we celebrate them going off to war, but then forget about them when they come back and shit.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
So he's like, I know my man.
Vicious cycle, bro.
I know my man Bo had mentioned before about how they used to have to sleep, on missions and shit. Like, and he said that's why he always find the most comfort that he can when he travel, because he spends so much time like sleeping in tents and sleeping like on the ground, type of shit. And it's funny
in the ground,
right? And it's funny because DL he said that shit yesterday. He was like, they go overseas and fight wars and shit and sleep in tents and shit, and then they come back to this bitch and have to sleep in tents as well up under the viaduct and shit because niggas be homeless. Like, that was some real shit though, and that's for real. Like, it's crazy how they like the government and shit, the society pump you up to be so patriotic, but then when you come back they forget about your ass.
Totally forget about you.
It ain't no way in the hell that you should ever go into any active duty and shit and come back to the bitch and want or need anything. Anything, nigga. Active duty? Nigga, active duty.
That's a hell of a job.
That's a hell of a job. Some of these motherfuckers been on 4 or 5 tours and be honestly going back because they can't do shit here.
They can't do nothing else.
Yeah, they can't do shit here. And that's fucked up. I mean, shit. How do you condition? Because those people, like, when you go to the army, like, people are being pretty much programmed
and conditioned to fight a war.
Hell yeah.
And that's what the whole thing about the army is. Like, you go in an intent to fucking fight a war. So, like, y'all be talking like shit about these motherfuckers twerking and doing all that shit. Like, man, they got you know what they fucking shit they about to get in. They don't know what's gonna happen to them, bro.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I don't see how nobody can't be passionate about that kind of shit, bro.
Right.
Like, motherfuckers at some point need to stop playing, man. Like, motherfucker, this shit is about to be for real.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
sure.
Like, niggas about to lose loved ones, man.
Hell yeah.
And that shit is stupid, dog. Over some orange hair, pale face, pink skin ass, pig skin having ass nigga, bro.
And I think the problem I have mostly and shit, we go wrap it up in a minute because it's almost 11.
Man.
But I think the problem I have mostly with it though is that especially I think Angry Man mentioned that shit earlier. It's the front lines that take the beating normally, at the beginning, and then they try to bring in the reinforcements. And unfortunately, on the front lines on the ground level is us. Mm-hmm. Like, it's the niggas and the poor white folks who are at the at the bottom of the totem pole, which are normally the front line. And so I think that this always affects us in a way where, and it's crazy because we almost look at, I think it's black people and shit. This is how it's a double-edged sword. We look at the military as a way to save like lost souls and shit, right? You got some badass kids. That the school can't do shit with them, the coaches can't do shit with them, the parents can't do shit with them. Send them to the military. You know what I'm saying? And then you send them to the military to get that to get that programming and shit. And then you fuck around and get sent to war. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's fucked up because we look at it like that. We also are responsible for feeding that machine. Some of these kids, bro. Yeah, it's fucked up, though, right? It's like a circle and shit.
And I want to change it, bro. Like, I want our kids to motherfucking learn how to grow their own foods. You know what I'm saying? Survive out here. Because if they hit us with some motherfucking and the lights go out in this bitch, it's gonna be fucking crazy around this bitch. Chaos, bro. The first couple weeks we gonna be partying. And the next thing you know, like, damn, this shit's serious. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't coming back on. You know what I'm saying? And niggas gonna be hit, man. It's chaos.
On day 4 when the lights went out last time.
Right, we had the big ass power outage.
Yeah, come day 4, I was like, all right now, somebody hit the switch in that
one. Right, niggas gonna start traveling.
It's all fun and games, so shit start getting serious, bro.
Duh, for sure. Auntie just checked back in. She said we have no positive leadership. He was trying to be divergent of the impeachment process. I think that's the case, and niggas is getting fucked in the process and shit. Joe DeVette said, I've come back home and don't look at anyone the same. It scares me how this sensitive generation of new recruits will come back. Dog, you know what? I hadn't even thought about that. Because they kind of fucked up already. Mm-hmm. So, damn. And that's just gonna make it so bad. That's gonna make it so bad, dog. So bad. It kind of is. I hadn't even really thought about that. Bo said tax-free combat pay, hazardous duty pay, separation pay, jump pay. I mean, yeah, I understand why folks deploy multiple times. Like the money is a thing, especially when you get here and you can't get none of that.
None of that.
Let me see.
Not for doing that shit.
Mr. SRN 94 checked back in and said, what do you think about 35 rockets and 0 deaths? Very weird.
Very.
So that's what we was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So I thought I'm thinking that it was just like they're on their end. I think they was just pump faking just to let us know that it's possible.
No, I think it's the overplay for
You think it's the overplay?
Yeah, I think he just probably told them, go ahead, hit here, strike there, strike there.
Oh, like a whole motherfucking collaboration? Damn, that sounds like a movie, man.
No, but think about it. You know, he probably threw him a couple $2 to do this shit because he didn't want to be reelected. You know what I'm saying? He's doing what he got to do to get back in office.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now he going to say strike here, strike there. And like you said, now the heat is going to be on him to see what you going to
do. Yeah.
Are you going to sit back and say, okay, they struck us 35 times, or we going to fire back?
Yeah.
Now, if we just sit back and chill and say we're going to just, control the front line and try to do this and try to just, once you start beating around, are you going to fire back?
Yeah. That's when you gonna know what's going on.
Yeah, you doing because, like you said, you just gonna fire 35 rockets at me, and I'm not gonna do shit about it.
I mean, that's how they came on.
My
they
next
like,
thing,
nigga, do something.
My next thing is in the next 24 to 48 hours, I want to see what general step the fuck out the way. If you see any one of them top generals say, "Fuck it, I'm done,"
yeah. He on some bullshit. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I feel you. Joe DeVette says some of these problem kids who are rotated into the military actually need it because they are intelligent motherfuckers. Just their environment has brought out the worst. Sometimes when they get in and get that direction, guidance, and leadership skills, they come out on top of their game and become successful in life, or stay in and progress positively. I think it's a gamble. It's a gamble, and the only reason I say this is because you're right. Some of them are just misguided, and they smart and just misguided, don't have the right direction. But some of them just some of them the military might make worse. You know what I'm saying? Like you on top of like being super sensitive, because these niggas are super sensitive. On top of already having drug addictions and shit. You know what I'm saying? On top of all that shit, you being trained to kill. Yeah. That's a hell of a motherfucking combination.
But see, that's when the military need to step up and recognize that shit. You can recognize every goddamn thing else. You should be able to recognize yourself.
But you know where that problem is in that?
I mean, I know what the problem is.
The officers is white. And they don't know how to communicate this with the little black kids.
I mean, not communicate, recognize.
Yeah,
you know
that too. Yeah.
Recognize, this motherfucker fucked up. I don't care what color you are. You can recognize a fucked up motherfucker.
Yeah. You know what you want to do about it, though, is two different things.
But then, like you said, and they probably look at this motherfucker like, shit, we put this motherfucker up first.
Right.
But a lot of kids need that discipline, though. Yeah. Like the military give them a discipline, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers don't be going that bitch and they be all fucked up and they come out straight. And like I said, it's a catch-22. And some of these motherfuckers go in that motherfucker and come out crazier.
Right, worse than they was.
Yeah, worse than it was. Because you training monsters. You training killers.
I mean, you are, though.
They're the ones they need to keep.
Yeah.
Instead
of keep them.
No, I'm not being funny. But those are the ones that, okay, you're not fit to go back into society. They need to find something for them to do. Yeah. Even if they say, okay, look, to save society, you might just have to stay because you're not right.
And then one thing, my man D. Will, he ain't on here right now, but it's something we was having a conversation off camera, and he was saying how what happens is a lot of them go into the army and the armed forces and shit, and get so used to everything being done for you that when they get back, they don't know how to do shit, because like in the armed forces, you got people that do shit for you. Like the structure is so structured that sometimes people get out and don't even know what the fuck to do because they so used to having somebody do it for them. So that could be a whole nother situation, which I had never actually heard that until you mentioned it. My man Dale just checked in. What up, Dale?
What up, Dale?
We got a lot of vets and motherfucking we got a lot of vets on here and shit.
Yeah. So
this is an interesting topic for y'all for sure. Bo said there was also an airplane crash yesterday right outside Tehran. Was it? I didn't even know. Joe DeVette says some of them are crazy C's and don't need the military, but it's a numbers game. Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a crapshoot. You kind of don't know what's gonna work for each person. Joe DeVette also says some of the officers are too young and inexperienced to even know what to look for. So I don't know. What you think about that, Angry Man?
Yeah,
you said they should be able to notice though, but well, maybe they don't have the experience yet.
I mean that's when you got to find a way. You know what I mean? You find a way to do every goddamn thing else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So shit. You got these different divisions and departments that you go to school for. Okay, you might have to set a little something aside for motherfuckers that identify, that he's not right. He's not ready to go back.
Like, he ain't good.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, come to the States and see if you can get volunteers with psychiatrists or something, you know. Evaluate every goddamn thing else. Evaluate these motherfuckers before they come home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Some of them may have to, okay, you set to come home now. We may have to sit you back, or maybe a year or two later, you cool now. I mean, now you get it.
For sure.
I mean, stop just having these motherfuckers on Tuesday just slaughter a motherfucking village, then on the 7th, your ass down the street. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit can't happen.
Looking at every little kid in your neighborhood like got a bomb and shit.
Dog, because something like that, it's funny. Me and my dad joke about it all the time. That's why he went back to Vietnam when he came home.
Yeah.
Said he came home right around the 4th of July. He walking from the store.
Couldn't take that shit.
Some motherfucking fireworks went off, and he dove in his neighbor's bushes, yelling incoming.
Right.
No, he said his neighbors, you know, ran over there to help him. They didn't laugh at him because they knew it was that time
going
of
on.
year.
Yeah, for sure.
And, you know, he said he went home and realized he couldn't even sleep in the bed with my mother because every time he touched her, he tried to kill her.
Right.
So he was like, he had to go back.
Yeah.
He said when he went back, you know, did another tour, came back, then he was cool.
He was cool, yeah.
That's a true story.
Hell no.
That's crazy.
Dale said exactly, let me say, I got the discipline that I needed because you know how I was when I was young and shit. Right, yeah, you needed that shit, nigga. Bo said, easy on the officers, Joe. He said, you right, though. Yeah, because my man Bo was an officer, so he taking up for the officers and shit. Dale said you got commanders that's 25 years old because they have a college degree but still don't know life yet but can put you in harm's way. So I think that's kind of what Joe was saying. What is a 20-year-old lieutenant going to do for an alcoholic infantryman? He ain't even old enough to know what it means to drink. He said, but has to deal with drunk soldiers who are ready to go kill everything.
Now that's why I say you got to come in and figure some shit out. All those are very good points.
Right.
That's when it goes back to you have to go with experience over education. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You have to get people that actually been there to be able to evaluate, to see, to tell, like, no, he ain't right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like you said, that 20-year-old don't know shit.
Yeah.
He don't know motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
But he
ROTC.
white. But he
Yeah.
white though.
Yeah.
Can't you go put your knowing too much nigga ass in a position, but you know too much.
But that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the problem.
Bo said, Joe, I think that that's one reason that NCOs are so important for a young lieutenant. A young lieutenant has to have a strong PSG and squad leaders. Y'all niggas is just gonna be talking military
I don't know
talk.
what the fuck they talking.
I don't know what y'all saying. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
All these fucking initials.
Right.
Nigga, all I know is G.I.
Right.
Joe, nigga. That's what
Right, nigga, FOH, nigga, fuck out of here. Say no, these niggas talking shit. I don't even know what they saying, but I get the gist of what they say. I have no idea what these motherfucking letters mean. Though. Dale said, damn right, experience over education and shit. I think that's a tough one though. I think that niggas who come in, niggas that come in off their college degree, being at a higher rank and shit, will disagree with motherfuckers.
Of course they're gonna disagree.
Yeah, they're gonna
because
disagree. I think it's gonna be a disagreement.
Because they're not getting the job.
Oh, platoon sergeant. I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
but because they're not getting the job. Sometimes you have to have experience over education.
Yeah.
This is because, I mean, because reason being because you can't put every situation in the classroom.
In the classroom, yeah.
And this is one of those situations you cannot put in no fucking classroom.
Yeah.
This is some real shit. I want leave it up to me. I will listen to the motherfucker that been there.
Yeah.
Versus the motherfucker that all he did was watch film, studied and read a book and got a degree.
Yeah.
No, I need somebody that actually touched this shit, had to sleep in this shit. You know what I mean? Actually had maybe at one point in your life had to kill a wife and a kid.
Yeah.
That's the person I want to talk to. I don't.
Right.
I'm not disrespecting your hustle and your degree. Find something else for him to do because he's an educated motherfucker.
He's a great asset.
You just ain't ready to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if you come out of college and get your degree, then you come over there and do this. Nah, you something special because now you got both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
But now since you don't, I want to talk to that motherfucker that's actually been there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't tell me what to do if you ain't been there.
Yeah.
The classroom may say, turn to page 52, go to the back of the book, and there's the answer. But no,
Yeah.
this motherfucker tell you at the snap of a finger, if the shit get real, what do you do?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because all the educated motherfuckers gonna give me is the legal answer. I don't want the legal answer. I want the real answer.
The real answer is the shit that kind of work. I feel you. Like I said, I think that's gonna be a conversation that goes back and forth, especially for the ones who are on either side of that coin.
The thing of it is, if I'm that 20-year-old that got the degree, how can I argue with this man?
Yeah.
But that's just the way I think.
Yeah.
I can't argue with you. You've been there.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what to do because you've done it.
Well, that ranking system.
That goes to the individual.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Some people take that power to the head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I wouldn't want to go to war with them. I would.
Yeah.
I want to go to the war with somebody that been there and done that.
Right. Mm-hmm. Hey, you know what? This is a completely a side note, and it's after 11, so we can ready to round it out. And this ain't got nothing to do with exactly what he's talking about. But did you know what? Who told me this? It was D. Will again, though. He said, dog, the scariest thing about enlisting and going through that whole process, dog, this is some shit I didn't know that actually happened. But he said that while you getting all your shit, they measure you for a body bag, bro.
I can believe that.
That's crazy, though. Nigga, what?
I can
They already know your
Measured
size.
for a body bag, dog.
I already know
Think
your
about
size.
that shit.
I can believe that.
Crazy.
That's fucking ill, bro. All right, so anyway, I just had to mention that because he mentioned that to me the other day, and that's some shit I had never known.
Think about it.
I mean, I suppose so. Yeah.
If we all get deployed, you getting your shit together, your body back on the plane or the, whatever we deploying on, and get there. I mean, in the midst of war, I mean, it's a harsh thing, but they don't have time to fuck around.
Yeah.
Once your ass is out of here,
get them up out of here.
Where's Lou's bag? Gone. Let's keep it moving.
Damn. That's crazy. Yo, y'all got any last minute comments, man? Hit me in the comment box, dog. We getting ready to go around the block one last time. Don't forget, it is Wednesday, so make sure you do slide down to Easy Street Saloon tonight, 16101 East 10 Mile Road, man. Get down there for karaoke night. The fun starts at 8 o'clock. We got food and drink specials all night, man, so make sure you pull up 16101 East 10 Mile Road, man. It's 10 Mile and Gratiot area. Easy Street Saloon and shit. Come fuck with my nigga celebrity Chef Monk Money and shit.
Who that is?
Pull up and shit. Get you some food specials and drink specials. $3 shots until 7, $5 shots all night, man. Make sure you pull up. All right. Last minute comments on the way out. Angry Man, dog. What you want to leave the peoples with?
Pray.
Word, that's it.
I mean, what else can we do, man?
Right.
You know what I mean? We can say
pray and live your life.
Yeah,
Man.
we can say we ain't ready. We can say we ready. But that shit we have no control over it. Dog.
True that.
All we gonna have to do is just play the cards we dealt, man.
Yeah.
That's all we can do.
Support your soldiers. Play your role, man.
You know what I mean? That's all we can do. Then just hope these motherfuckers realize this is what he doing. You know what I mean? I mean, it's good to hear a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Because, normally we don't talk about this type of shit. We blow it away. But now, hopefully, if we talk about it, it'll get enough attention when they say, okay, these motherfuckers ain't stupid. They paying attention.
Right.
You know
and that's why I almost didn't talk about it today, because we usually steer away from shit like this.
And that's why I don't really speak on a lot of this shit, because I hate talking about this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, because the shit is so obvious, bro. Like, really, it's obvious moves that this nigga's making that is just blatant into your face, and we try to calculate it and try to give our little spill on it, but nigga, it is what it is. I think half this shit was written off the first place. The war probably wasn't written just because the nigga was getting impeached and he just had to react fast. But a lot of this shit is written, bro. Like, all this shit is written, bro. Like, we have no control over that. The more you vote, the more you do all your shit and all that shit to our government, bro. It's no help. You're just a pawn, bro. For real.
That sounds so pessimistic.
But we're just pawns, bro. Like, real talk. You know what I mean? And that's why I hate talking about this shit. It irks my nerves. That's why you don't hear me say a lot of shit on these kind of shows, because the politicians and all that shit, bro, all we can do is just live our life and try to get what we need to get and try to move around these motherfuckers, because they're not going to help us. We've been on this motherfucker for just as long as they have, and they still want us to go back to Africa. We visitors, and we still want to fight these fucking wars. I don't understand it. In the military, is racism. All this shit is in there, bro. Like, and they still tell us to go back to Africa.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, I don't understand.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we still visitors, bro.
That is funny, man. None of us been to motherfucking Africa, dog.
Nobody been Africa.
Yeah, nobody but Bo and shit.
When they gonna let that one go?
Right. I'm gonna go to that motherfucker too, man. Shit. Auntie said, real life, real answers. Start praying. Joe the Vet said support and pray for the troops, for sure. Rita said The Messiah on Netflix is good.
Thanks for the insight.
Right. I think my man Bo said he was watching that shit too. I ain't hip to it. I'm gonna have to check that out. But on the way out, dog, I just gotta say, dog, for real, support the troops and shit. Support the families that have troops that have been deployed. And at the end of the day, man, I think like Angry Man said, we don't really have no control over what's going on. So you kind of just gotta get your shit in order and like Money says, you just gotta move around things. But I don't know. It's a tough situation. It's a little scary, I think, definitely. when you look at the biggest possibilities of everything, how shit could turn out. But at the end of the day, though, you don't want to rule your life by fear either. So you just got to keep living, man. And just keep living. Shit, I don't really know what else to say about that shit. I do want to see what the president is gonna say tonight, though. I have to watch this. I got to see what kind of bullshit is about to happen. I think from this response, I might be able to see kind of gauge exactly what might happen after this. But I think the scariest thing of it all is just like the question, the scariest question of it all is, are we prepared for something to really pop off and shit? And unfortunately, I think the answer is kind of no.
No, not especially they talking that shit. They're gonna attack us on our own land.
Right. Yeah.
Bro, honestly, I don't. They can't.
That ain't gonna happen, though. But I don't know.
You can't say they can't.
I'm saying like
the last set of terrorists was here, nigga. They ain't have to come in the country. They were
right,
already
right
here. Right.
And us being a superpower, shit, we could just mow over the motherfuckers for real.
Yeah,
with our Navy and our motherfucking Air Force, we could just roll over them niggas, bro.
Yeah.
But it's fucked up.
Yeah, the whole situation.
This is a totally different monster. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we thought we were straight then, but what? This is what 911 was the second terrorist attack. You don't know. This is when the FBI and the CIA need to get involved in this shit, because you really don't know how many fucking terrorists are actually here plotting.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you attack us on our own land? We're not letting you in. Obviously, this is just the way I'm thinking. These motherfuckers must already be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look how much havoc they can cause if they really fucking wanted to.
Yeah. No, you're right.
They dead smack in the middle of our country. Everywhere.
Yeah.
We don't know which ones are terrorists and which we didn't know before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it could be a massive terrorist attack at one point, at one time. We that'll be the biggest slap in the fucking face because we never fucking know. We done sent all our troops over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's a totally different war we fighting here.
Yeah.
This ain't just like, okay, we gonna meet over there on in Beijing some goddamn way and get it on. Or we gonna meet over here in Russia somewhere and get it on.
Yeah.
We can go over there, but by the massive amount of them that are here already inside of our country, that's a scary goddamn thing. Because like I said, you don't know who's the terrorist and who's not.
Yeah. Man, for sure. On that note, though, we're going to end it on that. Yeah. I want to thank everybody who checked us out on Instagram Live. Everybody checked us out on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube Live, man. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And make sure you check out all the old episodes at www.eblockradio.com. But to the next time, you already know what it is. The livest cloud radio show on the planet
Earth, cuz.
Straight from the E-Block Radio Live on your dial. I got my man Angry Man in the building.
Stay cool with your local gas stations, man.
My man Monk Money holding it down. Wow.
Now you know what it is.
And of course, it's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205, man. Peace out, y'all.
Please stay cool with the gas station ears.
Hey, man.
The livest cloud radio show on the planet. E-Block Radio.